For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Matthew chapter 6, verse 14. Forgiveness. It's a word we hear often, but what does it really mean, especially for us as Christians? Imagine a heavy stone, a burden you carry. That's what holding on to anger and hurt feels like. Forgiveness is choosing to put that stone down. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or saying it was okay. It means choosing to let go of the bitterness and anger. Think of Jesus on the cross, forgiving those who hurt him. That's the kind of love God asks of us. He knows we're not perfect. We all make mistakes, but he wants us to offer the same grace and mercy that he offers us. It's a process, and it takes time. But with God's help, we can learn to forgive. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling, and slander, along with every form of malice. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. When we hold on to anger, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. We're the ones who suffer. Bitterness and resentment take root in our hearts, stealing our joy and peace. Forgiveness sets us free from that prison. It allows us to heal and move on. Imagine someone spills juice on your favorite shirt. You might be upset at first, but would you stay angry forever? Or would you accept their apology and let it go? Holding on to anger over bigger hurts is like holding on to that spilled juice. It doesn't change what happened. It just makes us miserable. Choosing to forgive is like choosing to enjoy the rest of our day, even with a stained shirt. For I will forgive their wickedness and will remember their sins no more. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 12. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. We dwell on our mistakes, replaying them in our minds. But God's love is bigger than our biggest blunder. He wants us to forgive ourselves, just as He forgives us. Think of the story of the prodigal son. The son made a huge mistake, but his father welcomed him back with open arms. That's the kind of love God has for us. He doesn't want us to live in shame and guilt. He wants us to experience the freedom and joy of forgiveness, starting with ourselves. We can't change the past, but we can choose to learn from it and move forward in God's grace. The benefits of forgiveness. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other, and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 to 13. Forgiveness isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes courage to let go of anger and choose love, and the benefits are immeasurable. When we forgive, we experience inner peace, healing, and freedom. Our relationships improve, and we become more like Jesus. Think of forgiveness as a refreshing drink of water. It quenches our thirst for peace and fills us with God's love. It allows us to see others and ourselves through His eyes of compassion and mercy. When we forgive, we open ourselves up to experience the fullness of God's love and grace in our lives. A journey, not a destination. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times." Matthew chapter 18, verses 21 to 22. Forgiveness isn't always easy. It's a journey, not a destination. There might be times when we struggle to forgive, but we can always turn to God for help. He will give us the strength and grace to let go of the hurt and choose love. Remember, forgiveness is a gift we give to ourselves and others. It's a reflection of God's love in our lives. Let's choose to embrace the transformative power of forgiveness and experience the freedom, peace, and joy it brings.